Is a thicker iPhone a smart trade-off if it means your battery lasts all day and night? That is the big question fans are asking right now after a new leak hinted at a major upgrade for the upcoming iPhone 17 Pro Max, with Apple expected to launch the iPhone 17 series in just a couple of months. People are already getting excited about what could be the most powerful and practical iPhone yet. According to a source on the Chinese platform Weibo, shared by a tipster named Instant Digital, the iPhone 17 Pro Max may come with a battery that has a capacity of 5,000 mAh. If this is true, it would be the biggest battery Apple has ever added to any iPhone model. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has a battery capacity of 4,676 mAh. That means we could see a 7% increase in battery size, which might not sound like a huge leap, but for smartphones, that can make a noticeable difference. More battery capacity often means more time on social media, more time watching videos, and fewer moments worrying about finding your charger in the middle of the day. Over the years, battery life has become one of the key things people look at when choosing a new phone. Apple has slowly improved in this area, especially for its top-tier models. Gone are the days when people joked about iPhone users always being near a wall outlet. Some of you might even remember that 2014 Samsung advertisement showing iPhone users crowding around airport sockets. It called them wall huggers, and the label stuck for a while, but Apple clearly took that criticism seriously and has since made real progress. Now, with the iPhone 17 Pro Max potentially getting a 5,000 mAh battery, it looks like Apple is going all in on better battery performance. Of course, more battery usually means a larger and slightly heavier device. But for many users, that is a price worth paying. A thicker iPhone might not fit in skinny jeans as easily, but if it lets you scroll, stream, or game longer without charging, it feels like a fair deal. On the flip side, Apple is also planning something for people who care more about looks and comfort. The iPhone 17 Air is rumored to be an ultra-thin model that comes with a battery capacity of 2,800 mAh. That makes it one of the slimmest iPhones ever, and it will probably look and feel great in your hand. But with a smaller battery, you will need to manage your usage more carefully. The iPhone 17 Air might be perfect for people who do not use their phones too much throughout the day or who always have a charger nearby. But for those who rely on their phones for everything from navigation to video calls to social media, it may fall short. Apple seems to be giving users more options this year: powerful and long-lasting, or sleek and stylish. For me, battery life always comes first, and if this leak is true, the iPhone 17 Pro Max could finally give users that all-day performance without the need to charge before bedtime. That is especially helpful for people who travel or work on the go. Still, some might be looking at Android phones like the Pixel 10 Pro XL or the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which often offer great specs and slightly lower prices. But if you are an iPhone fan and have been waiting for better battery life, this might finally be your year. So which side are you on? Do you want a bigger battery or a slimmer phone? Let us know your pick in the comments, and if you liked this update, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe for more tech news like this. Is Google about to disappoint its most loyal Pixel fans with the Pixel 10? That's the big question making the rounds right now, as new leak specs suggest that the Pixel 10, while packed with a few improvements, might not live up to the expectations many had set, especially in the camera department. For a device launching in 2025, people naturally expect a leap forward. But instead of pushing the boundaries, it looks like Google might be playing it safe or even stepping back in some areas. Let's break this down. The Pixel 10 will reportedly come with a 6.3-inch organic light-emitting diode display, full high-definition plus resolution, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and a massive brightness boost of up to 3,000 nits. That's a step up from previous models and should give users better visibility outdoors, especially under strong sunlight. Protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, the phone will also be more durable. Powering the phone is the new Google Tensor G5 chipset, made using a 3nm process. This is Google's first fully in-house chip built with the help of semiconductor manufacturing company, promising better performance and energy efficiency. Combined with 12 GB of RAM, the Pixel 10 should run fast and handle apps and multitasking smoothly. Storage options remain the same as before, with 128 GB and 256 GB available, but there's no word on whether Google is updating the speed of that storage with the newer standard. The battery gets a minor upgrade now, sitting at 4,970 mAh, which is just slightly better than the 4,700 mAh battery in the Pixel 9. Wired charging goes up to 29 watts and wireless charging supports up to 15 watts, though there's no mention of whether it will finally support the Qeta magnetic charging standard. Now, let's talk about the most debated part, the cameras. The Pixel 10 will have 3 cameras on the back, a 48-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 10.8-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom on the front. There's a 10.5-megapixel selfie camera. On paper, that sounds decent. But when you realize that the 48-megapixel main sensor is the same one used in the budget Pixel 9a, things feel a little off. And that 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera? It's actually a downgrade from the Pixel 9's 48-megapixel ultra-wide. The new telephoto lens is the only real upgrade, but even that is taken from the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, not a brand new sensor. Basically, the Pixel 10 is borrowing parts from both lower-end and higher-end models, which makes it a bit of a mixed bag. It's not bad, but it's definitely not the fresh leap that fans of the series were hoping for. The overall design of the Pixel 10 doesn't seem to change much either. It's still expected to keep the same look as last year's model, with the familiar rear camera bar and a polished, minimal build. So while you'll get some nice improvements in display brightness, chip performance, and battery capacity, the camera choices may leave users questioning if this phone really deserves a full upgrade. The expected price of $799 for the base model and $899 for the 256GB version seems a bit too much considering the lack of standout features. Google is rumored to announce the Pixel 10 on August 20th, with sales starting on August 28th. Of course, things could still change before launch, but unless there are surprises in store, this might not be the upgrade many fans were hoping for. So, what do you think? Are you still excited for the